Hello, Gardner Elementary School. This is Principal Martin, and this is my friend Wyatt over here. And also I can't forget about Oscar. Hi, Oscar. Hello, Principal Martin. Oscar, thanks for joining us. No problem. All right, today we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about bullying, and we're going to talk about how to behave in our assembly tomorrow. And we're going to also talk about how to behave when you're in your bus room or the gym waiting for someone to pick you up in a car. And then we'll conclude by singing the Gardner Elementary School song. Why, you cool with that?
Yes, I am cool with that.
Oscar, you cool with that? Oh, yes. This school song is my favorite. All right, sounds good. All right, so first let's talk about bullying. So what's one of our big school rules around bullying, Wyatt? We have 4 school rules. Which one do you think is the most related to bullying?
I'd say disrespectful.
Okay, so respect, awesome, I agree. What about another one?
Kind.
Kind. I agree. So I think it's the 2 most important things that relate to bullying are being kind and respectful. But you could also argue safe too, because if you're bullying, you might be hurting someone, and we want to prevent that. So, what do you think bullying means, Wyatt?
Bullying means disrespecting people and hurting people.
Awesome. What if person only does it once to someone? Is that bullying?
No, if you do it like multiple times, keeps doing it every day, it's called bullying.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, basically, if you're mean, which is also another way of saying unkind, not kind, you are potentially going to be accused of bullying. Does that make sense? Have you ever been involved in bullying, Oscar? Nein! I would never bully. Well, that's good to hear. So we always want to be kind to our friends, because here's what happens if someone accuses you of bullying, or if there is actually bullying. Mr. Martin, Mrs. Tenney, Mrs. Henry, or Mrs. Jepson might open what's called a bullying investigation. And to do that, we interview friends, we interview adults in the building that might have seen it. And if we conclude bullying, there's a good chance that you might not be able to hang with certain friends anymore. Even if as soon as the accusation happens, Mr. Martin calls home. So we talk to someone at home. Wyatt, how do you think it goes when Mr. Martin calls someone at home over bullying?
It's not good, because you're in very big trouble.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Oscar? Oh, goodness. That would be very bad. Yeah, no, it's usually people at home don't like it hearing from the principal or the assistant principals that someone was being mean. So we really want to avoid that, because then we have to come up with a plan to make sure no more bullying happens. And like I said, it often involves being separated from friends. So we want to really avoid that. Now let's talk about how we have a very big assembly tomorrow. Oh, Oscar, you look very excited. Oh, yes. This is going to be amazing. Why are you so excited? Well, there is another dog that is going to graduate from dog school. Oh, very cool. Yes, you're talking about Woody, our school dog. He's going to be done with his training, and he's going to be there and earn his special diploma so that he can be basically an employee of our school. Employee means kind of a worker at our school. Have you seen Woody before, Wyatt?
Yes, I've seen him a bunch of times.
Yeah, I bet he likes you.
Yeah, I can tell he does. He likes everyone in the school.
I like you too. Can I have a hug?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. This is wonderful. That felt so nice. So, what else, Wyatt, should we do when we are at an assembly?
We should be listening to when the bell goes off and listening when we're first asked.
That is amazing. Yes, when you hear the chimes go off and you see an adult with 4 fingers up, whoever's running the assembly, we are safe, respectful, responsible, and kind. That means we're looking at them. That's being respectful. We're facing them. Our voices are turned off, and we are ready for their attention. Wyatt, is it cool if you do the 4 fingers, but then you start talking right after?
No, it's not kind at all, because it's called disrespect.
Yeah, awesome. Why? How do you think the speaker feels when everyone's trying to talk?
This was kind of hurt disrespected because they're doing everything for you and you're just disrespecting what they have to say.
Amazing. Yeah, because I don't know how many of you have had to speak in front of a group of people, but if everyone's talking, it's really hard. And you can certainly feel disrespected. Awesome. There are some similar rules, too, if you're waiting to get dismissed, whether you're in the gym or you're in your bus line, but especially at the gym. So, Wyatt, what are some things, friends who are waiting for it to be picked up by a car in the gym, what are some things they should do?
They should be staying in the respected area.
Awesome. Can you show us what you mean by that?
Yeah. Let's say this is 4, and then this is those 3. People from 4 can't go over to 3, and 3 can't go over to 4, because it's not their area.
Amazing. Our way of getting everyone dismissed is making sure you're in your area. Again, you're listening. If they try and get your attention, you make sure you pay attention to what they're saying because they're calling your name. And so a lot of you have probably heard over the announcements. Will so-and-so please report to the parent pickup area? And usually that means they're in the gym waiting for it to be picked up. They're just not listening. So we have to make sure we're listening. We have to make sure we're staying in our area. And we have to make sure we go to our spot in line. Awesome.
We have to listen to the people in the gym because they could be calling you to line up for the next line to get picked up.
Amazing. What do you think, Oscar? Does that sound like a good description? Yes, that sounds very good. In Germany, which we sometimes call Deutschland, we want to be very orderly. And so, that is why we appreciate in Germany that you stay in your line and you follow the rules. Well, we have the same thing in America. Teachers in our schools and in different places, if we follow the rules, then things are more orderly, people are safe, people feel respected, and people feel happy because you're being kind. So really, Oscar, I appreciate that in Germany, that's a big deal, but you know what? It's a big deal here too. It's a big deal everywhere. Oh, that is cool. I thought maybe it was just Germany, but now I understand it's not just Germany. Well, I think we've done a very good job. Wyatt, can you sing the school song with me and Principal Martin?
Yes, I would love to.
Awesome. All right. Let's do it. At GES, we impress, we try until we find success. We're responsible, we respect, we're kind, we're safe at GES. At GES, we respect, we kind until we find success. We responsible, we respect, we kind, we safe at GES. At GES, we respect, we're responsible, we will reflect what our teachers expect when we listen to what our teachers say and walk quietly as we move through the hallway. And about responsibility when we recognize our ability to try our best to ace the test and show how much we really have progressed. Now I finally feel safe to say we're learning about the rules of GES today. We wanna do what's right if we wanna have fun. Now dance around like you're the only one. GES, We impress, we try until we find success. We're responsible, we respect, we're kind, we're safe at GES. At GES, we respect, we try until we find success. We're responsible, we respect, we're kind, we're safe at GES. At GES, we define what we're supposed to do when we walk in line. We face the front so we know where we're going. We want to see because it's safety we're showing. And about kindness, you should say, a compliment to someone new each day makes them feel good when they maybe feel blue. Who knows, maybe they'll have one for you too. Now I finally feel safe to say we're learning about the rules of GES today. We wanna do what's right if we wanna have fun. Now dance around like you're the only one. GES, we impress, we try until find success. Be responsible, we respect, we're kind, we're safe at GES. At GES, we impress, we try until find success. We're responsible, we respect, we're kind, we're safe at GES. Amazing job. I hope everyone has a safe, respectful, kind, and responsible day. I'll see you at the assembly. Make sure you're there. Bye now.